Hello everyone. In this video, I want to take a look at how we can solve equations that have fractions in them. Now, fractions aren't always the easiest thing to work with, but we do have methods that it's going to make it a lot easier for us to handle. So one way that we can do this, when I have a linear equation that has fractions in there, I can simply get rid of the fractions by multiplying the entire equation by the common denominator. So let me show you what I mean. So here I have an equation, 3x over 5 minus x is equal to x over 10 minus 5 over 2. So I have three different fractions in here, but I can simplify all of those fractions in one easy step by multiplying by the common denominator. So all the denominators here, 5 and 10 and 2, my common denominator is going to be 10. So let me just make note of that. So common denominator is 10. So we're going to multiply both sides of the equation by 10. And I'm going to put both sides in parentheses because I want to multiply the entire side by 10. And the parentheses are going to help me know that I'm going to need to distribute. All right, so multiplying both sides by 10, each term on the both sides is going to get multiplied by 10. So I'm going to write this all out. So when I'm multiplying by 10, just the numerator is going to be multiplied by 10. So this is like 10 over 1, and the same thing over here. And I'm multiplying both sides by this to maintain that equality. So over here on the left, I'll have 10 times 3x, and this is over 5, so just the numerator. And then I'm going to have minus 10 times x, distributing that to both parts. On the right-hand side, I'll have 10 times x, and this is still over 10, so that's that first fraction. And then our second fraction will have 5 times 10, and this is all over 2. Now the reason we picked out the common denominator is because all of these are going to simplify. That means that the denominators are all factors of that 10 that we picked out. So the first one, 10 over 5, that simplifies to 2, and that fraction is gone. And I still have this minus 10x. On the other side of the equal sign, 10 over 10, that simplifies to 1, just leaving us with an x. And then lastly, here I have 10 over 2. Well, that simplifies to 5, so then I have minus 5 times 5. So with that one step, we're able to get rid of all of these fractions. So now we can continue on solving this like a normal equation. 2 times 3 is 6. On the other side, 5 times 5, we have minus 25. Let's combine some like terms. So 6 minus 10x, that's going to be a negative 4x. Then I'm going to subtract x from both sides to group up my variable terms. So minus 5x is equal to negative 25. And to finish this up, if I divide by negative 5, I get an x value of positive 5. And there's our answer. Now I want to go through this same example one more time. And I just kind of want to show you why this works. And at the same time show you another way that we can solve these type of equations. So what we did in the first example, the first time through, was we multiplied everything by the common denominator and everything simplified. Another way I could think about this is I want all my denominators to match. So right now I have a denominator of 5. This is a denominator of 1. I have a denominator of 10 and of 2. Well, I want those all to match. So let's say, let's make all of these have a denominator of 10. So to make this denominator 10, I need to multiply by 2 over 2. My second one here, to make this denominator 10, I need to multiply by 10 over 10. I don't need to do anything to this fraction. It's already over 10. And then this last one, we would need to multiply by 5 over 5. All right, so up top here, 2 times 3, we have a 6x, and now that's over 10. Multiplying here, we get 10x over 10. This fraction didn't change. And then our last one, 5 times 5, we get 25 over 10. So now we have common denominators on all of these. And on the left-hand side and the right-hand side, I can actually bring these fractions together. So this is the same as 6x minus 10, 10x, all over 10. In the right side, this is x minus 25, all over 10. And when I have an equation like this, I have two sides, and they're both have a denominator of 10. Well, that denominator of 10 isn't really going to matter. Because of this equality, the only way that these two fractions are going to be equal, because they already have the same denominator, is going to be if the numerators are equal. So this is the same as 6 minus 10x is equal to x minus 25. And hopefully that looks familiar. That's what we had our first time through. So we end up with this nice equation that we can solve, and we should end up with the same answer. So negative 4x minus 25 minus 5x is equal to negative 25, and we do get 5 again. So even though we have an equation with fractions in it, we shouldn't be intimidated. We have methods that can make this pretty easy to handle.